Finish this sentence with me. The devil is a liar. This expression comes from something that Jesus said while he was describing the devil's character. In John 8 verse 44, he said that he was a murderer from the beginning and he does not stand in the truth because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies. That's why we say the devil is a liar. But the question is, what was he lying about? Now, remember what Satan's job was. Satan means prosecutor. His job was to make sure that what God said was being obeyed. And if it wasn't, he was supposed to present his accusations to God, which is in keeping with what we read in Revelation 12 verse 10, where he is referred to as the accuser of our brothers, who accuses them day and night before our God. But let's understand this. Satan had the legal right as a prosecutor doing his job to accuse individuals who intentionally broke God's law. And as long as he could support his claims, they were admissible before God. But the issue is the methods that he was using to make these accusations. Here's what I mean. Revelation 12 verse 9 calls him the ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. Now, we use the words Satan and the devil interchangeably to refer to the same being, but the words have different meanings. Satan means accuser or prosecutor, but the term the devil comes from the Greek word diabolos, which means to defame or to slander. And both of these words mean to damage a person's reputation by making false statements. Remember, he is referred to as a deceiver of the world. A deceiver is someone who intentionally leads people astray by telling lies. And here's where the problem is. This now fallen angel's job was to make sure that what God said was being obeyed. And when it wasn't, he was supposed to present his accusations to God. But if no wrongdoing was found, he was simply supposed to go on about his day, just as he did with Jesus. Luke 4 verse 13 says, when the devil had finished all his tempting, he left Jesus. In other words, he looked for an offense, but he couldn't find one, so he departed. That should have been his standard operating procedure with everyone. But instead, he was corrupt. Ezekiel 28 verse 17 says, his heart was full of pride and he corrupted his wisdom. So he corruptly used his role as a prosecutor to examine people's knowledge of what God said. And when he could find no fault, instead of leaving them to succeed, he tempted them to sin. And when they sinned, after he deceived them, he slandered them and prosecuted them before God, so that when they fell, he could still be seen as the most blameless of God's creations.